like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Wow. I forgot to take that down. Hey, y'all.
Fix
What's up,
it,
people? Yeah. Hey, Sonya, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah.
Sandra, you in here tonight, I see.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Got good lighting.
Yeah.
I'm
Look at what God will do.
Well, we
Glad
want
to
you to
see
take
you.
it
We
easy.
seen you in 3 weeks.
We just won a big contract, and I'm trying to do phasing. It has to be done by April the 1st.
Well, they say
So you got
last
money,
week,
is what you're saying. You got
millions of dollars.
That's what it sounds
We're
like.
gonna be good friends, cousin.
and they say last week that you chickened out because we was talking about your friends, so you chickened out and got on and then left. Robert said that.
You see how people do?
I ain't gonna say Robert said it. You know,
No.
Robert said that.
Now, my son had a meltdown.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Sorry
keep
to
you
hear
covered.
that.
Keep you covered. Keep you covered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got a lively show for y'all tonight. I hope y'all got the agendas because y'all are terrible. With Bernard got to come home from work and take a damn nap like he
Like he old.
He's 60. I
Hey.
mean,
I thought it was 70.
Man, I've
Hard-working
been
man.
taking naps. I've been taking naps for 10 years. I got to do it.
I get off work. I'm trying to go 8 more hours. I guess you gotta keep vibrant for that young girl. Though.
Yeah, you do. I got to give a nap. I got to get my nap in, man.
We got a special guest tonight for the first few minutes.
Yeah, let me jump on
man.
that. Let me pull you up real quick, man. So let me introduce y'all to a legend. I'm sure y'all saw Windsor Forest High School in the state playoffs, but I was reminded by my good classmate here, elementary school up through high school, 95 legend, Windsor Forest High School. So just wanted to shout that out for Jamal Toure, who's scared to come on tonight because Jenkins basketball team was never nothing. But brother Fillmore Slim, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I'm Fillmore Slim, man. Like I say, went to Windsor. We went to state in 95, 96. Had hoop dreams like everybody else. I went to Southern, almost walked on to Georgia Southern, but it's hard to make a tryout. I said, y'all got to put some 5-on-5. Let me show y'all I can shoot, distribute the ball, this and that. So that ain't work. So after that, I went into the military. Went into the Air Force, and that's what actually, if it weren't for that, I wouldn't even really got into music. I actually met a guy there, and he showed me the ins and outs of how to write, and I kind of took off with it. The comedy came kind of later, doing shows, doing open mics, having bad mics, and gotta put on, do a little comedy till the DJ get right, or this and that. I said, okay, this could probably be a part of like a dual act, really. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm incorporating that. Now just trying to find dedicated people to follow scripts and be on time and, don't, kind of act natural in front of the, camera, because that's kind of hard. I'm going through the weed out process again. But I mean, I got a good, bunch of ideas I know can make people laugh. A lot of reality type stuff and some kind of, fictional type stuff. But
Tell us a joke right now and make us laugh then.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh man,
Come on the ride. Let me hear.
I'm really like a skit. I'm kind of like a skit type dude. I mean, I write jokes. Yeah, I write jokes here and there, but I ain't really like. I could do a stand up, but I gotta prepare my material. You know what I'm saying? But
we ain't gonna take that. You better tell us a joke. You better tell us a joke.
Oh man,
tell us a joke.
And you got guys right here that could be in your skits. We don't mind being in your skits.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, man. Everybody look, man. Yeah, that'll work. You know what I mean? I can tell you what to do.
Blow you up. Country Wayne say he make $300,000 a week.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy is that somebody I work with, I actually talked to him. He, she was telling him he'll help me, so I do got an outlet. He want me to get serious with it, and like I said, I can't keep the committed people. Got to be committed to it because like these people making money, they put in a lot of work.
For real,
they put in a lot of work, and
I tell everybody on this platform, it takes a lot for you to get recognized. It takes a lot of this over and over and over until you finally make it. But you need to get with me. We got a Friday night. Comedy, social issues, laid back, kiss my butt type show.
Yeah. Okay.
We can have a Saturday night, pure comedy, nothing but jokes and acting up, So let's talk about it,
Hey.
But you ain't got no jokes around here.
Dude, you got to tell us a joke before we give him a platform.
Oh man!
Give him a platform.
You can't be JB, man. You messed up.
JB, hey, don't try to think. I'm talking. Let me think of a joke. I got a joke, man. It was a guy. He went. I tell a story joke. So it was a guy. He went. His wife had trouble sleeping at night. You know what I mean? So he heard the sound of a canary. You know what I mean? I put her to sleep. So he went to the pet store, bought a canary, and brought her home, and she started singing. He started singing, and his wife got some sleep. And he was like, okay, cool, this will work. So he got proud and went to the cage, picked up the bird and looked and noticed that the bird only had one leg. So he got mad. He brushed the bird back to the pet store and said, hey, man, look, man, you sold me this bird, man, with one leg. He said, man, what the hell you want, a singer or a dancer? This is something I've been working on,
Okay.
But I got some. It get worse than that. I got a notebook full of stuff. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Y'all gonna help me, man. It's my teamwork. I got some skits for you.
Hey.
Okay, I want to be in the skits.
Nah, you gonna have to get comfortable there. Yeah, you gonna have to get comfortable, man.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Country Wayne ain't got nothing on us. Let's go.
Yeah, I know that. I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. Like if he could do it, you know what I mean, from where he's from, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, anything achievable. He just had a goal, put it together, had the right people around him. But what I do know is his team. He wouldn't have made it without his team. That's why I be emphasizing teamwork. Everybody got to play their role, be on point.
Yeah. That's right. It takes teamwork. You gotta remember teamwork.
Yeah, ain't no I in it.
That's right.
Hey,
so we got you.
I don't know. Kobe says I him.
I know. I remember Shaq said that. I said, yeah.
I do.
Kobe
says I and him.
Kobe would not pass. Rest in peace to the break. Man, I still can't believe that, but that's life.
Yeah.
So what kind of music you do? You say you do music. What kind of music do you do?
I'm more of I'm a storyteller, lyricist. I really show off like like my lyrical side of it. I'm not no gangster rapper. Really, like most of my music cater to the females, and I guess guys that really want to hear something. Like I don't like to just depend on my beat or my instrumental to push me through. I really want people focusing on my words, but I take a lot of time to construct them and orchestrate them.
Right.
I make my own phrases, so I'm like, you gonna learn something, you know what I mean, when you listen to me.
Oh, okay.
You know what
You
I
got
mean?
a little,
Like,
you got a little Teddy Pendergraph? You got some Teddy Pendergraph?
I can't sing. I can write some things, write something for somebody to sing, but
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I can't blow. I can't blow like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, I can.
yeah.
I can.
Fix y'all.
Well, you welcome.
Yeah.
You welcome to come to the studio, man.
Man, don't mess your tracks up, man. Don't mess your tracks
You welcome.
He could be on your skits. I can tell you that. We gonna be on them skits. We need to stop. I got some young guys with cameras. They doing the video and all. We gonna start doing some skits, man. I'm serious. Let's get it all. Right. Let's get it going.
You know what? You know what? And I interrupt. The one thing that killed me with that kind of not self-destructing is I had the perfect white people. Like that's what made it funnier and like implementing them. You know what I mean? Just because you wanted to kind of reach like a larger fan base. So like I was like, okay, but they they did pretty good. Just the commitment, but like that's another thing going forward. I want to add all ethnic background, ethnic group, ethnic. I don't want it to be just a lot of black people doing stuff and like the hood, the normal stuff that go on. I want it to be a wide range of stuff. You know what I mean? That go on in every race, really.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Okay.
Well,
you can stay on with us, and you ain't got no videos of your skits and that kind of stuff. Because some people like
you into that skit?
Oh, the video? No, I ain't got none of the videos and none of the edit over here. At my I got another studio and pool. I do all that. But in my studio, I just do recording. You know what I mean? I got my green screen over there, all my cameras, my lighting. Everything that I need, like just for there, and then certain places like we went to shoot certain, skits, stuff like that. With all it's all of it's really incompleted. So it's like I really gotta start from scratch, but I'm gonna take what I was working on and re-implement it with other people. You know what I mean? That's so it's easy to get back off the ground, as long as people are ready to, loosen up and well, I ain't gonna say be yourself because you actually following a role, a character, or whatever's going on, but like just kind of be as natural as possible. That'd be a hard thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get you to Hollywood. I'm trying to get there with you to Hollywood. So let's see what we can do.
We got to, man. All this, we can push it. Everybody push each other, man. Number positivity.
Where that notebook at your girlfriend's house or your girlfriend's house? That where your notebook at? But I wanted to hear a good joke. We know the canary. I'm
just getting all work.
We got a couple of jokes too now. Me and Bernard told
focus.
I got one.
Focus.
Let me hear where you at with it.
I don't think it's the appropriate show for that one. So
that's right. This ain't American Star.
Well, I want to put them in there.
Hey, Bernard, it's gonna be Phil Slim versus JB Friday night. Let's set it up. Hey, I'm gonna be on that.
I had put this in the skit. I'm gonna tell you this joke. It's just like a simple one. Like, girl got real sexy, ready to go to bed. You know what I mean? She wake her husband up and say, Rufus, you want to have some of the best stuff in the world? Rufus turn around and say, who in the hell is cooking chitlins this time of morning? But I had that in
all right.
skit though, you know.
JB, you better come with it, cuz.
Okay.
And that one was better now.
You know what I'm saying? That's like I had that in the skit, you know what I'm saying? But I got, you know, I'm gonna come prepared next time. But I got some Joe. I'm trying to remember,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Man.
Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew, you want to tell them about that cat and dog joke I told you the other day?
Y'all ain't got no sense. We in America at the dog territory.
All right, go ahead.
Cat and dog, Joe.
Oh, Lord, y'all. Fix it, Jesus.
All right, we're gonna bypass.
Oh, I got it. You got all of you got animal jokes. Go ahead. I got one.
Nah, not tonight. I ain't gonna tell. Not tonight. I'll tell it Friday. Not tonight.
Hey, so
Well,
Friday,
it can't be that. It can't be that vulgar.
No, it ain't vulgar.
No.
Is that we get the board of directors done told us one time we can't do everything on every show. So
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We under contract. We under contract.
Right. We're Torre, because my contract say my contract.
Well, it was good having you. It was good having you, young man. And
somebody's email to
like
send
I
them
said,
a link, but I don't have their email.
Who?
Marcus.
yeah. Like I said, young man, you 5'7" and I'm 6'2".
Put it in the
What you say?
Man, that joke is mortified. I'm 5'8". You know you taller than me. You gotta be about 6'4".
Nah, be about see, man. You had a late growth spurt.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? You in that tall in high school. Now, like high school, bro. When I see you, bro, you I don't know. You got some put some tissue in your shoe, cause when I see you, I remember you being that.
Hey, I don't want y'all by my kneecaps. Y'all by my kneecaps.
Hey, yeah, you about 7 foot, but no, about 7 foot.
All I can do is have Judas throw me the ball inside, I kick him out of here, and Judas touchdown.
All day long, slam back was on.
Hey. Oh no, we gonna need paramedics and doctors like that, man. I'm dunking.
Hey, me and Bernard will take y'all to Windsor Forest nights any day. Sandra, what did you do?
Hey, I never said I played now. Now I did. I ain't jumping that field of line 5 now. Hey, I got Eric Golden. We get Eric for Bernard.
All right. No, bring home.
Robert, did you have it? Send it to me. Put it in the private chat. Marcus.
No, I'm gonna send you his number. We'll get together after the show.
I got his number. I need the email now.
Well, we're gonna work it out, David. Chandra, Chandra, come on, Jesus, fix it.
What
Get him, Chandra. You know what? You know what? If folk get money, you see how they act.
Yeah. She ain't got it yet. She said she got a contract.
No, how to do it. There you go.
What do you mean?
No, she got that tax check.
Oh, that's okay.
Hey, Bernard, that check.
You can't make it tonight anyway.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
What
What's your lightning round, boss?
Okay, we're getting into the lightning round. Philmo, how the hell you get a name like Philmo? What that mean?
No, I can get off the topic that
That's
day.
the oldest name
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was actually like giving that name from like I just like a player partner of mine. He just say, man, you need to just go ahead. And I was looking for another name at the time. You know what I mean? So I was just like, well, okay, cool. And people like it. Just stuff. I don't really have a typical story behind my name like everybody else usually do. You know what I mean? But I just, it just fit. It just fit me.
Yeah, we know if you 5'7", you got to be Philmo Slim. Because if you 5'7", you be Philmo Fats.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, right? That's a good identity.
We're going to get into our lightning round. Our first question of the lightning round. Let me see where we at. What is it?
What is it? What?
Not it.
What? What's the topic? But you read your agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First topic. A killer punch at the Dunkin' Donuts for the N-word in Tampa, Florida. In Tampa, Florida, I'm going to tell y'all what happened. Tampa, Florida, Dunkin' Donuts manager was managing the store. This white guy came in, started woofing off to him about his service.
Mm-hmm.
And he called him a ninja. We don't say
Come
that
on, Pastor.
on this platform. He called him a ninja. The
We
black
get
guy
it.
said, "Don't call me that no more. You can go ahead and
You ever
leave.
called me the first
Don't
time?
call me that no more." He called it to him again. Black guy punched him, knocked him out. He hit his head on the stool or something, and had to be taken to the hospital. 3 days later, he died.
Ooh.
So the moral of the story is,
Watch your mouth.
Don't put it on Donut.
the moral of the story is, Bernard.
Hey, more of the story is, man, you know what? These folks think they can just come and just say what they want to say to us, talk like, you know. I'm sorry the young man died. He probably had a blood clot or something like that.
No, he was 77. He was 77 years old and
But still,
disrespectful.
yeah, but come on now, yeah.
So
77 years old, disrespectful. You don't call nobody that, and then he told you don't do it again.
I agree, and
yeah.
What you say?
You know what?
What you say, Robert?
No, I said I agree with you, but I speak on that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry that the whole incident happened, but you know, it's like this, man. We got to stand up for something, man. We can't just constantly let people just do us all kind of way, and that's coming on the next subject down the line. But I'm just saying, sorry for the young man. It was that happened, and you know, hey,
Watch your mouth.
Yeah,
that's kind of tricky. Yeah,
that's it, Sonia. I'm piggybacking on Sonia.
That's what they should put on his tombstone. Watch your mouth.
Moral of the story.
Hey, man.
You got a moral of the story?
I mean, that's kind of tricky. I mean, he did. I mean, you offended the dude, and then you did it again. I feel like he got what he deserved. Even if he died now, you know, I'm a paramedic as well, so I know about trauma. You can hit your head and bleed out for 5 days. You know what I'm saying? So they probably bled out in the head or something like that or whatever. But I would have did the same thing probably.
Robert, more of the story.
I'll say this much. Now, I have come a long way in my journey of dealing with this kind of stuff, but my younger self and my first reaction would have been, you're gonna get a 1 or 2 of the biscuit from Popeyes with extra additional sides. So I would have jumped on you too. However, my current self, or when I got a chance to think about it, is, you know, let me try to educate this young man, or at least try to have a conversation. You know, there's 2 parts of me. Now, I ain't saying I'm bipolar, but I get it. But you know, I posted this to believe this. If we expect God to forgive us for all our sins and what we do, then we got to be willing to forgive other people. However, that second time, you would have got or something, but I don't agree with the man dying. So that part is where I kind of like draw the line.
I don't believe that the man had any intentions of him dying.
That's why he only got 2 years of house arrest.
Yeah, he didn't have any intentions of him dying. He just had intentions of slapping the shit out.
Yeah.
Well, you angry. And you got to check.
I'm gonna close it with the moral of the story is
the moral of the story, Joe.
At Dunkin' Donuts, the coffee is hot, the donuts are fresh, but the fists are lethal.
Oh, pass that collection plate.
Okay.
Don't go in there talking that noise, especially when somebody tell you don't do it again. Respect them. Don't do it again.
No.
That's the key.
Why this one ain't on?
Yeah, man.
Because when's the far beating y'all little warriors?
Yeah.
That is not the N word. We say ninja.
Ninja. Yeah.
He just scared.
Yeah,
You did
so
the N word.
that's the moral of
That's
the
tricky
story.
though, man.
That's the moral of the story.
Shoot.
Hey.
Causing his people to gather for
Come
some.
on, John. We're gonna rally around this
He
next
causing
topic.
his people to gather, you know, for some foolishness.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
he probably had at least 2 more years.
Well, we're gonna
Yeah.
tell his background too, like they do with all of us every time we do something in Alabama. He was I think a registered child molester or something like that. So
Oh, really?
yeah, that what the guy that died was.
Oh, well, shoot, he had it coming.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You so much.
To reuse something else. Second subject.
Yes.
Philly
Come on now.
officer fired for killing a 12-year-old. Give you the backstory on this. Philly officer to be fired this week or next week for shooting a 12-year-old in the back and killing him. The officer's car was shot into, but they're saying that it wasn't the 12-year-old, it was a 17-year-old. The 12-year-old just took off running after he heard the shots, from what I understand. He took off running, the officer shot him and killed him in the back. Lethal force. All the officer doing is getting fired right now. I don't know whether the grand jury going to indict him or what, but the family said he killed the wrong young man. So that's in Philly. What say you?
Hey.
Well,
Go ahead, RG.
I'll say this. When elected to city council in Savannah, one of the things I want to do with Mayor Gibson Carter is we need to start pulling together churches, community leaders, and people who lead youth programs. One, because we don't need our young black men on the streets, our young black youth on the streets that time of night. But two, we need to begin to not only fire, but indict officers who don't have no damn reason why you go around here chasing young people without at least giving them the opportunity to share their voice. What that police officer did was not only a catastrophe, but it was lack of training. It was an inability for people to remove race from action. And so those types of things, I'm restraining myself because those types of things irk my nerves, because we see this day after day, and it started many years ago with Emmett Till. And we haven't seen it stop yet. And so I'm going to stop short of going any deeper with that. But those things will stop. And we've got to stop this. Our young black men are being killed, and basically not even killed, hunted. And I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? And I agree. I totally agree with what you just said, RG. And I think we're about to get in an argument, what I'm about to say. Yes, the officer was wrong for like you said, killing the wrong person. At the end of the day, you know, that's what pissed me off, killing the wrong person. And then killing a 12-year-old, and then you shoot somebody in their back. That's wrong right there. Okay.
Yeah.
But RG say, you know, we are being hunted. Black young men are being hunted unnecessary. But black young men are hunting black young men, and they killing young men too. They killing each other.
I agree.
So this what's going on in this country right now. They are saying behind closed door, so it's all right for them to kill each other, but it ain't all right for somebody else to kill them on a different color. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're saying, because right now the high rate of black men killing black men is so high, it's unbelievable.
Agreed.
And it's in Savannah, Georgia too, number 5th in the nation. And we killing. We need all the killing need to stop. Period.
Right.
Wrong is wrong, right is wrong. But if we talking about the killing, we need to set our young men down too and ask them, okay, what's the problem? Why y'all killing each other? What's the problem? And one of the things is too, if they shot up the police car, at the end of the day, what was the purpose of that?
Right.
So you know. So that's when they go to court. When they go to court, that's what they're gonna say. You know, okay. You know, sorry for the young man and all that, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a target. We all on a target, so we need to stop targeting ourselves too.
Next, Fillmore.
John.
I mean, I kind of agree with both. But my only thing, I think in certain cities, the police awareness is too like you say, Philly, Cali, they encounter a lot of, back and forth shoot. So maybe it was an overreaction. He was probably fearful. It is wrong. He killed the wrong person. But I mean, just me being in his shoes, and it's really. I mean, that's a dangerous job. So I mean, but I agree with both. I don't really have a say. I just know that that awareness is heightened. Like Philly, certain cities, you know what I mean. I think the police reaction time is quicker than it did.
All right.
It will be.
Hey, go back where you were. Your thing chopping up. Go back to where you were.
Yeah, go back towards your internet because you breaking up real bad. Sandra.
Yes.
Did you talk on this?
Well,
no, she hadn't chance. No.
No, I think that the officer needs to be indicted, because if this boy, I mean, you're supposed to be in imminent danger, and if he was running, he's not in imminent danger.
That's absolutely
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So this is clear. This is clear. He needs to be fired and indicted.
That is absolutely correct. If you pose no danger, you could have killed 20 people in the mall. If you're running out of the mall away from people with the gun in your hand, the officer cannot shoot you. That is a law. You cannot shoot a person that is running and poses no threat to anyone.
Yeah.
Unless he's running and he's shooting at people, then you can shoot him. But you're trained to know the difference. You're trained to under pressure make 1 second, 2 second decisions, and you if you make a mistake, you can be held accountable for it. This also definitely shot a child running away.
Amen. A child.
And you shot him in the back. I know you were your emotions were everywhere, all over the place when that bullet came through his car, and he was an undercover car. Now it was an undercover car.
But that needs to be outlawed too. But another
It was
time.
an undercover car. The officer was dressed.
Oh, it was an undercover car. Oh.
Yeah. So he shouldn't have shot that kid. And I think he's going to end up paying the price for it. But that's it remains to be seen. We'll keep an eye on that in Philly.
Yeah.
All right. Next subject: GOP senators Ted Cruz out there with Sandra at her best friend. They had lunch the other day. They meeting with the roadblock truckers. What they call the convoy, the People's Convoy. They blocking every intersection in Canada and holding up traffic and everything, protesting because the United States don't want to let them in without having their COVID test and without having the shots, I guess. So they're protesting by blocking up traffic so the goods can't come in to the United States, and they don't know the United States probably really don't care, but that's what that story is. Why is the GOP senators meeting with these people? Are they trying to incite them to come here to hold things up? See, the GOP does some messy stuff. They're very messy people. Very messy.
They are. They really are, because I can't stand them, because throughout this whole pandemic, they have talked about giving people choices. But this is the same party that will vote to not give women choices about their body and their reproductive, things. And, they want to block parents from being able to make decisions about their children's health care. I mean, so it's either one or the other. You have the right to kill somebody with a virus, but you don't have the right to terminate a pregnancy if you want to. You know, I mean, I don't get it. And I think that it is so hypocritical, you know, and I would say more, but
yeah,
you know,
they man, they just hateful, man. Those some hateful people, boy. You know, trust me. I guarantee you, all those truckers probably ain't black. Because it wouldn't even be no issue. They'll just shoot them up and move and keep on going. Trust me.
none of them. I haven't seen one black trucker yet.
Yeah.
But they should be. I mean, if they are protesting about anything, they should be protesting about the diesel fuel prices at this point. You know,
voting rights.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
Yeah, but you know what? And this country right now is being hypocrite, like always being hypocrite. Trust me. So you're not letting these folks come in because they haven't taken their shot or they whatever. You got people in the United States haven't taken their shot. You got people walking around there. You go to all these ball games and everybody got their masks off and everybody touching their hand and everybody sneezing and doing all that and they talking about stopping the people from coming. Man, in the United States get on my damn nerves. Excuse me, y'all. I am so tired of this country.
You're America, though.
Seriously,
Let me jump in there. I agree with y'all. I agree with what y'all said, especially Chandra. But Chandra, let me share this too. You care so much about them damn, excuse my language, and especially Betty Jones, but I get passionate when I talk about black folk, our people. You get so passionate about abortion, you get so passionate about all that bullshit, but you're not passionate about black folks voting rights. You're not passionate about black men and black youth down in the streets. You're not passionate about that.
That's a lie,
Don't
dog.
tell me you care about lies. You don't care about lies. You care about your lives.
No.
You can say, don't play with me.
I am very passionate.
You talking to the GOP?
I'm talking to the GOP. I'm talking to the GOP. You know, they care about abortion. They care about abortion. They care about evangelicals. But you don't care about our people.
About my rights.
No, I ain't talking about Shauna. Shauna, let me clear this up. Let me be very clear. I'm speaking to the GOP. Hold on. I ain't speaking to the GOP. They care so much about abortion. They care so much about all this other stuff. But when it comes to black folk, they don't care about our lives. So you don't want to pass rights so we can put the people in the seats that care about us. You don't want to pass hate crime laws. You don't want to pass certain things that protect our people. You don't want to pass things or prosecute people like George Zimmerman or police who kill and hunt black folk. But all of a sudden, when it comes to your population, now we care. That's crap. That's what I was saying.
Next person.
And you know what's so crazy about this here? If y'all look at all the Republicans, right? Obviously, these folks vote them in, right? If all these folks vote them in, so that means all of them hate some prejudice hating people because they vote them in. They vote them in, and they know how it is.
Yes.
And
now you see the voting rights issue, why it's so important.
Yeah.
And they're double, you know, they talk with their mouth, but it's the mind that's corrupt. Because they'll say, well, I'm not a racist, you know, but I do support the Republican Party. Well, if you do support them, somewhere in you is broken.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I can say. Somewhere in you is broken because if they are blatantly not supporting everybody, you know, and doing things to block certain minorities, you know, except for Tim Scott. You know,
Herschel Walker too. Anyway.
And Herschel. Yeah.
Let me.
He from Texas, ain't it?
Who? Yeah. All the people are from Texas. All the crazy people from Texas, and I don't know.
My bad. I ain't Herschel.
Two Sandra's neighbors and all. But anyway, on the truckers thing, I think this, and I'm gonna tell you just how I feel. What, Rob? Listen, hey, let me tell you something. You know how much it costs to get a truck out of tow?
Yeah.
Anywhere from $800 to $1,800 to get a 18-wheeler out of tow.
Yeah.
They need to tow every last one of those trucks.
Yep.
One at a time. When I come back, if you're there, you next. That's what they need to be telling them. When I come back, you next.
Right.
That's what they need to be telling
You get a tow. You get a tow.
You get a tow. You get a tow. You get a tow. Hell,
Yeah.
they have people starting new businesses with towing companies.
Exactly.
$1,800 to get your truck back.
Mm-hmm.
Tow every one of them.
I'll be like,
Soft. They won't tie no roads up in this country. Canada's just soft. The United States will tow every one of them.
Yeah.
Our state patrol don't play. Tie up their highways if you want.
get on 16 with that mess.
They don't play. They don't play about nothing. They will tow your car.
Yep. Yep.
They took our car. They did the other day.
Now, Sandra, you weren't here last week, but I have to say this.
Oh Lord, here it comes, Chandra. Hold on. Chandra, you listening?
I'm listening.
Go ahead, Julian.
I was wrong. I was wrong. Putin done went into the Ukraine.
I thought about you.
And he's making it rain. I was wrong.
Yeah, you was 1. What 0, wasn't you? Yeah.
Get him.
What is Putin's end game since y'all so darn smart?
If you can get into the mind of a maniac, what's wrong with you? You know, and this man has no bottom, you know. So if I was any of these European countries and Biden, I would not take the bait, because this man don't care about killing his own people. You know, he will press that button and he will force us. I mean, because he's not telling his people nothing, you know, so they won't even see it coming. They'll be picking flowers and stuff. They won't even see the nuclear missile coming. And our people, Biden will not, for compassion's sake, because, you know, it only takes a nuclear missile 15 minutes to make it to our major cities. For compassion's sake, he won't tell us, because there's nothing we can do. So, I mean, who wants to be in panic?
Well, do you think he'll still be in rule after this here? Because this is almost governmental suicide, political suicide, dictatorship suicide. Think about it. All the ones who do this is dead within the next 24 months.
I see his people revolting, you know, because this is really hurting them.
4,000 soldiers dead already. 4,000 Russian soldiers.
Yeah, it's really hurting the people of his country. It's not hurting him. It's not hurting those oligarchs, you know. So, yeah, I really see them revolting. I mean, if you couldn't get your money, you'd be plotting on some things too.
Yeah. Well, whether he got an in game or out game, all I know is the damn gas prices going up, and it's affecting us, you know. So whatever they about to do or whatever, I hope it can come to an end. After a while, we're gonna be paying $10 a gallon for some gas. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Yeah. I think that this is mostly reactive and it's price gouging.
I think it is too, because Russia only supplies 3% of the
right.
All supplies.
Yeah.
So,
these are these multi-billionaires
that
run these oil companies. Have you guys seen how much profit they made last year, this year.
Billion.
You know,
Easy. Yeah.
I mean, so they profit off of the turbulence in the global economy.
Yeah, in the market. Yeah.
Everybody should have a Tesla. Somebody need to start making a more economy type one. The hybrids are pretty good, but everybody right now should have a hybrid Tesla, and they should outlaw gasoline. But they don't, because of the strong lobbying and because of all the money that's being made, they don't want to do that. I'm sure that
had y'all
cars that can run off the water.
Had y'all voted for Daniel Blackman and Robert Bragg for Public Service Commissioner, we could have been in that track. But oh well.
Prices all over the world.
we were gonna fix that. We were talking about, honestly, and that was part of the campaign. When I did run, and when I did run for Public Service Commissioner, was that we got to get away from fossil fuels. Period. It just, one, it doesn't help the climate. Two, it just doesn't make sense. And so when you can put solar panels on and this is just an example, when you put solar panels on your home, you could tell Georgia Power to go kiss your butt in so many ways. One of the people that ran for PSC, John Knoll, I saw his infrastructure. This brother has solar panels on his home. He actually sells Georgia Power energy. And so when we start, when we start putting,
we're not gonna get into
that, but what I'm saying is this. If we don't stop relying on, fossil fuels like gasoline, we're gonna be in this cycle over and over again. But as American people, as people in general, we keep repeating the historical cycle.
That is absolutely correct. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't go into a whole.
But viewers, y'all saw how Bernard and Julius did earlier. They were gonna keep going with something that we weren't even on topic for. Yeah, you were involved. Yeah, you were.
I didn't even see there.
You did. You was agreeing.
Make Jamal comment in a minute about that.
Jamal Touré is always right.
Yeah. See, y'all bring people in a situation that don't need to be in.
Jamal Touré, you see this?
That's my brother. Anyway, we're gonna get back on topic, and we got 1 hour.
All right.
America's greatest.
Right, roller coaster time.
What Rebecca said? They created a car. They developed a car that ran on water in the early 2000s that was crushed by Ford in the fossil fuel.
Right.
Fossil fuel industry.
Do you know how much? I'm real quick. Do you know how much you can do with water and water energy just from the ocean? But anyway, that's a later topic.
Yeah. They don't want us running no cars because we'll be pulling up to the swamp all the time, filling
maybe up. The flex will come back. Y'all remember the flex?
Hey, Drew.
Man, the river will be dry.
Hey, let me tell you this story. Hey, Sonia, y'all, let me tell you this. 2 minutes. So I'm in Savannah, right? I went to the Weeping Tide Festival, right? So we was take everybody, was taking picture, right? So I never met Rebecca. I never was. So she was like, get ready to take a picture, right? So I'm standing by. She said, don't touch me. So I'm thinking, what the? And then it hit me. She was like, don't touch me. So they started saying, don't touch me, me, tab, between tab, and all that. I was like, oh, okay.
That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff.
You got somebody that watch your show.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, Rebecca is a loyal watcher.
That's good stuff.
Watches all our shows all the time, and we appreciate our loyal viewers like Rebecca. She comments and she's full of knowledge. So we love you, Rebecca. Okay, we finna get down. We got about 1 hour, y'all, and we're going to talk about what is going on in Port Wentworth, Georgia. I don't usually try to talk about anything unless it's just egregious, and this is very egregious by our state lawmakers, by some of our state lawmakers, the Republican state lawmakers for the Savannah delegation. But I got a video I'm going to show y'all first, and y'all want y'all to listen to it real carefully. This is the mayor having a secret meeting Monday night in the park with just a bunch of racists from downtown. Y'all listen to this video real carefully. And I called them that, and y'all can call and tell them I called them that because ain't a damn thing they can do about it. I called you that. Do something.
Line 95 or south of the road. enough to support this city of 1,200 people.
Amen to that, kid. I like that. I like it better.
This last year, I did about everybody else out here, they're going to get these impact fees. Impact fees. Well, you know, I'm warehouse is coming to they just build and.
How you doing, Miss Esther?
Doing
good?
Down the street.
You're around my day. I'm Bill.
Charged before they start.
Came to your house. Piece of shit, Chris Lee. Back 2 years ago. That piece of shit.
You're going to pay
Yeah.
$750,000 to the city for your truck hits the highway. And we're right there and getting this stuff. Mr. Booth is just a week or two getting this. And that's probably going to fall off the wayside. But, you know, and they're looking at building 4 million square foot of Boston Light Soda.
I'm recording.
Yeah. As long as we have corrupt councilmen.
It'll never pass.
We'll never get it.
And by the way, so international paper give us the paper.
Yeah.
So Gary, whoever controls
Your county guy is Mr. Adams. He's a good guy. I called him about the school closing, and he responded and called me 2 or 3 times. So he's
Well, they
a
already
good
know
guy.
about this.
I know. I'm just
The county
saying.
already knows.
Yeah, if you got to go to the county, Adams is a guy that seems to be interested in what's going on out here about the school closing.
But you need to talk to Bill Hickson, Ron Steele, John Burns.
Okay. What we have here is a failure to communicate. A failure to communicate with the whole city. He's supposed to be the mayor and ain't been to the last 3 meetings. He's supposed to be the mayor. He don't answer phone calls for nobody. But he got all these people from downtown at a meeting, and he talked about a couple of subjects. Him and his crew. And if they said something that he don't agree with, he's supposed to tell them he don't agree with. So everything they said, he must be agree with. First of all, he said one of the guys, the ex-mayor, the little fat one that was on first, said that they got 1,200 people downtown. They want to start their own city. 1,200 people. They want to start their own city downtown. 1,200 people. Obviously, they all didn't go to school, so the public school system in Chatham County failed them if they're from here.
But we're gonna get a new school board president too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we are getting a new one. So they want to start their own city. So that means the mayor is directing his duty already. He's protesting against his own administration to get rid of the city because he don't have power anymore because black people have it. So now he don't want to be a part of it, and he got some racist lawmakers. And y'all tell Ron Stevens I called him that. Y'all tell Bill Hitchens I called him that. Y'all tell anybody else voting on this that I called them that. Because they're taking this to the state trying to get this city dissolved because they didn't win the last election. They're crazy. They're absolutely out of their mind. There's some country bumpkins. All kind of stuff is going on. We need help here. The national media needs to see this and everything else. Hold on, Robert. Then he said that international paper is going to build their boat ramp once they become their own city. International paper. That's where he works at. So he's saying that his job is going to come in once they dissolve the city. They get their own little city. We get into Chatham County, and we don't have a city no more. He effectively suppresses everybody vote from the last election 2 months ago, and international paper now. His job, and we need to be calling international paper tomorrow asking them what boat ramp they building in Fort Wentworth, Georgia, and the people didn't ask for it.
Well, let
the
me
city
share that.
owns that. Hold on, Robert.
I'm coming. Go ahead. You didn't talk last 10 minutes. Shit.
I got to tell you, I got to give it to you. Then you can talk all you want. Let me give it to you.
You know I got to mess with you.
Impact fees. Now you're talking about impact fees for 1,200 people. He's telling them that their taxes going to rise. These people downtown are tax exempt from even paying taxes on their houses because their houses are under $100,000. So none of them pay property taxes on their houses. We all out here with $200,000 and $300,000 homes. We got to pay those taxes for them. So now they complaining and he lying to those people that their taxes gonna go up. You talking about 12,000 people on this side of town and 1,200 people on that side of town. It don't make sense. If y'all listen to him and not one black person was in the crowd, he didn't invite anybody black to the meeting, and nobody showed up for him except about 25 rednecks. But I'm going to show y'all in the next clip after y'all get through talking about this. I got another clip to show you about the biased news media and how they frame things. So y'all will see that one next after y'all comment about what y'all just saw and what I just said. All right?
Let me share that.
Please
let me share that. I want to make it about race, and I'm going to be very clear about this. Follow me. If you look at the laws and how black people, in particular black males, are put in jail about petty bullshit, and excuse me, folks, but I'm going to be very, 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 very raw about the bullshit that our people are put in jail for. But you can allow this shit to happen.
Robert.
This stuff to happen. No, hold on. This stuff to happen. And it's right in your face. Stealing votes, hoping that the state legislature will reverse a legal, and that can be fine. None of these people get in trouble. That bothers me. You're talking about a systematic, lawful election occurred. People are put in place, and now all of a sudden, but because a particular color of folks are now legally enforcing the law, that you have a problem with it. We have a problem in our country where black folks should not have a voice and white folks should. And every single public policy, for the most part, is designed in that way. And that's where I draw the line and where I have the problem. And I get so angry about this every day is that we have our own people when they get in power. For example, city of Savannah officials who have seats who can help rectify or at least alleviate this or at least level the playing field, but we don't do that. But we allow this to happen. That bothers me. It really and truly does. But yet, we still have laws and policies that create a new system of slavery, and it's legalized. And so, I don't know. I'm just, that angers me to an nth degree.
Yeah. Only thing I seen on this video was back in the days when the KKK meet up and put the sheets on their head and everything, and then they go out and lynch folks and all that. But on a serious note, I'm trying to figure out, Drew, is a lot of people are confused, like I'm confused, to be honest. What the hell is going on? I mean, it's like that city is just, when we was growing up, ain't no black folks was in Port Wentworth anyway. It was all white folks. Okay, so now it's all black folks. So now they got an issue. So explain to us what's going on. I don't see how one man can just do what he's doing and just because he's, y'all city council, all of them is black, right?
Only four black, 3 whites, but it's 5-2 as far as voting. 5-2. The mayor doesn't have a vote, so it would, unless it's a 3-3 tie, so he would never get a vote, and he's mad because he can't set the agenda. He can't do anything without consulting these people first. So that's what part of the problem, most of the problem is. The people that you saw talking on that, I got an 18-minute one also, but I can't show that one. That's too long. But that was the last three mayors of Port Wentworth. We never had 4 black council people on this city council ever. They should be, given the accolades for that happening. They don't appreciate that. They don't think, they say that Julius Hall was trying to turn the whole city black. Well, what you trying to say, that black people can't do the job then?
Mhm.
So you've been having the whole city white for since 1957 when it got incorporated. You've been here since 1877, and 1957 you got incorporated to say the whole city been white ever since then. Never had a black mayor, never had a black city attorney, never had a black city manager, never. So when things go to change and people don't like it, so now they want to call their buddies in the state legislature and tell them to kill the charter. We leaving.
Yeah.
And let's leave them with nothing. Let's turn it over to the county. But my problem is with the county. My problem is with, and we'll get into that in a minute. My county is with organizations who haven't called, although we got a bunch of calls today. I did, not them. I did, asking me. I don't run things. They just asking me what kind of help we need here. And this is national that's been calling me today. So I guess the cavalry is on the way to see if they can give us some help. But we'll see whether people just call and ask questions or whether they are serious. So we'll see pretty soon. But anyway, Sandra, you want to talk about it?
Nope.
Yeah, I know. It's a mess, boy.
I mean, it is a mess, man.
But we're cleaning it up, though. The people that they got in place now are cleaning it up. These people haven't paid their bills, and y'all will see in this next clip, since before the election, before the blacks got in there, when they won the election, they said, we ain't going to pay the bills. So they haven't paid the bills in almost 6 months. And you want to still rule. You want to still rule. You orchestrated a walkout that the mayor orchestrated a walkout and said that he was proud of these people for walking off of the job in an administration that he run.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can you do that in time that you're proud of the people shutting the city down and you still want to be the mayor? What that legislative should have done was put in a resolution to get rid of his butt.
Right.
Because he was the one that should have been gone. But they ain't looking at that. All they looking at is skin color. And they wonder why we talk about race so much. Well, because we're trying to level the playing field. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to get no revenge. We're trying to level the playing field so everybody can be equal.
Can't you guys do like a petition to have him removed?
Yeah.
I believe all that'll be. He probably removing himself because he said he quit. That's what he said. Him and the ex-mayor, who's a city councilman, they're the only two guys that's in this thing. He said he quit.
Okay.
So, so they say, both of them say they quit. So they need to tender their resignation immediately and get out. They can move if they want to. They don't have to stay in Port Wentworth. Yeah. But they'd rather have a separate city so the blacks cannot control them.
Effingham and Bryan County would do well with them.
Yeah. And how are you just going to, dissolve a city based on 1,200 people?
Right.
How many people are in the city of Port Wentworth anyway?
Right. 12,000. 12. It's anywhere from 12 to 15,000.
They need to get their life.
Yeah.
At the last census, it was over 12,000, but we know that they built houses after that the last 2 years.
So you're just taking 10% of the people and saying we just gonna take our balls and make us a city.
And then the racist legislators, Ron Stevens and Petrie and Bill Hitchens, they want to go along with this, and probably Watson too, Senator Watson. If you're not that, then if you aren't voting with this, then please accept my apology. But I believe that you are, or wouldn't have got this far because you could have shut it down. So don't even come with that. If you got a problem with me calling you that, see me. See me. Yeah. I don't care. See me. But that's what You know,
Yeah, because this is
they rather
it's
say,
ludicrous.
yeah,
It's
you
really
black.
ludicrous.
Now you in
At the end of
charge.
the day, it's
We're
this.
going to shut you down, Negroes. We're going to shut
And
y'all down.
at the
Y'all
end of the day, your mama and daddy, and this goes to the four you just mentioned, and I agree with you, Julius. It's especially for Tria because he doesn't get it. You learn in the first grade that you don't always get your way, and there's a reason for that. And if you don't get your way, then work with the people who won. How about
Exactly.
that?
You compromise.
Everything ain't meant to be your way. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
You know,
That's
and
right.
and that's what I don't really like about the city of Savannah's administration, because there's no compromise going on, which makes a better it makes a better group.
Exactly.
And that's one of our subjects. That's one of our talking points tonight. The city of Savannah got the same issues, except for they don't like the way the things going in Savannah. Why don't they dissolve Savannah City Charter?
And it got a little bit of cooling, but with
Garden City had a whole lot of turmoil a few years ago. Dissolved Garden City's charter.
what about Brandenburg?
You know,
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
So it's just crazy. On this next video, y'all will see how the news kind of like play with words. They play with words on the news, and I'm gonna show y'all this about 2 minutes. What they give in the report. This little young lady, Alyssa Jackson, meet her had it out a few months ago.
So mean.
They do everything they can to ignore me. I don't care because I'm not looking for anything.
Hello.
But when I tell them something, they don't like to see it coming. And I apologize for being a little rude to her last time, a couple of weeks ago, because I told her you were not reporting fairly. And the news, when you look at the news, these people that were at council were talking about the mayor and Pig Jones. They were not talking to these people that are on the council now. They were asking the question. So don't think that when y'all see this clip that these people are talking to the council that's in place now. Those people that were there last night were there, black and white. There was a mixture. It represented the city. The mayor's meeting did not represent the city or anybody in this state except probably Forsyth County. So we have to take that into context too. So
Right.
y'all look at this next video, and we're gonna so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now don't tell me it don't want to play.
It should play.
Hit that arrow.
Yeah, right in the middle of that screen.
Yeah.
The big screen. Yeah. I don't know why it's not playing.
I don't know why it ain't playing either.
Just reload it real quick. Reload it. It might have set too long.
That's correct. You're right.
Yeah, that could have been set too long.
Y'all hold on 1 minute and I'll get it, but y'all can talk about that for 1 second.
Well, my only issue with everything is this. It comes. I want people to hear this, and if y'all could indulge me for a minute. We talk about why they don't want to teach race in schools. This is why. Because now, if I don't teach you race in schools, we now eliminate the historical context of race that has created the issue that we have now. It now eliminates the opportunity to teach young people about why they should care about their race. It now gives us an opportunity to raise our power even more and to do the bull crap like we got going on now. This is why race in school is important, because we got to understand that race presents power. And we've got to instruct our people and prepare our people to take that power. The one thing Jay Jones has said, and you've heard this, Julius, is that nobody gives power away. And I'm not saying I don't endorse violence or anything like that, but we're going to take power by strategy, period. And that's what's going to support Wentworth. We've got to do it strategically.
Let's see whether this will play, Robert. I don't know whether I got it set up right. Let's see whether it plays. I don't know whether it will or not.
It's playing.
But you can't see it?
No, we can't see it right now.
See, that's what I don't know how to do.
See if it
pull it back on your screen.
Yeah. See if it
I tried to.
Old people and damn technology.
Shot fired.
I don't know what's wrong with it when I get it to this
You know
point.
what? Put it on the PowerPoint slide if you got a minute. Put it on that. I know Shantae that worked out well for her.
On the
But
PowerPoint.
yeah, put it on the PowerPoint, like embed it, and then it might play that way. But let's talk about that power. At the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna give us no power. And right now they lost power. And let me say this. First of all, I'm not a racist. I do this work every day. But the one thing I do know about a population that has already colonialized and taken land from North America is this: that they're not going to give us any power. And I don't agree with violence, but we've got to start understanding that when people get power, they keep it. Look at Mitch McConnell and the Republicans.
Yep.
Right? So the only way we're going to take power back is stop being crabs in a barrel, stop hating on each other, work together, strategize, and take the power. How else do you think we got a council who we only got 3 black people who care about their skin color, who care about poverty that impacts our people? It's because they understand the systematic oppression that has not given us any voice. And now that we've gained 3 seats on council, we still can't get anything done. So we got to begin to understand that the only way we're going to get things done is by taking what we want in a strategic manner. And that's just the way it's done.
Let me ask y'all a question. When y'all see, and I'm trying not to be pissed off, when y'all see when a white person talk, do you see them say, first thing come out their mouth, "Oh, I'm not a racist"? Do you hear any of them say that?
I've heard it a few times.
Okay, I haven't heard it. I don't know. I haven't. So why we always got to say when we start talking about real issue, we got to say, "Oh, I'm not a racist." Period.
Oh, I never say that.
Huh?
I never hear it. I mean, I never say it. And I don't think that any black person should be saying it, because in order to be a racist, you have to be in a position of power in order to delay or hold another race down because of their race.
Right. So
let's see if this plays real quick.
It looks like it was trying.
Well, that shows you that I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well,
the interns were here earlier, and they got it correct. They did it, but I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll just remove it and get back to our discussion. But the news, what I was saying about the news was, the news played on words, and it made it look like these people were talking to this council, and it wasn't a good report, so they could tell exactly what that these people, you got to explain that these people were talking to the old council. The old council is who's $150,000 in the rear. They didn't make a real good presentation about that either. The old council is before these people came into power. The old council weren't paying the bills. Here's a city manager that went on TV crying about the people walking out. That's his fault for not having a backup plan for those people walking out. I guarantee you that won't happen again, because, see, I talked to that city manager before he quit. When I was running back in August of September, I talked to him. He said he couldn't wait till I get in. I would be a breath of fresh air because he want to hire all these people. And I told him, I'm coming, so you might as well get ready to hire him. I said, start writing the job description, because I knew I couldn't lose. The only way they could beat me was they disqualified me, which they did. So here it is now. He's saying that he don't know what the council was talking about, why you need more jobs. But he told me in my face he couldn't wait till I get there because he's been trying to get the jobs, but they keep turning it down. So he hoping that this council lose because he didn't like the mayor. He called the mayor racist. So, and this other, the white guy's mouth. He called the mayor racist. He told me this. I wish I was taping it. And so now he don't hire an assistant for the city attorney, the assistant for the city manager, assistant for the city clerk, the assistant for the HR director. He don't have none of this in place. In a city that went from 3,500 to almost 15,000. You still operating with 7 people in City Hall, which is impossible, especially when you got a dumb mayor. Don't tell me don't call people names. He's dumb as a rock. Y'all listened to him a few minutes ago.
Man, I got one too.
I don't mix words. I just tell it like it is. But anyway, we can get to our points because I can't seem to get that loaded. A theft by any means is still a theft. They stealing it. They trying to steal it. We're going to hope and pray that we get some attention to this on the national level to make these people see just how racist Georgia is. If they can't beat you fairly and square at the ballot box, then they're going to try to do it through legislation. And they're going to try to do it through some racist legislators. But our God needs to stand up. I don't know whether, the NAACP has called, some of the other black leaders have called. So we're going to see what exactly is going to happen. What you saying, Robert?
I don't think Brian Kemp will sign off on it. He's not stupid enough to sign off on something like that. Well, the thing is, hold on. If he does do that, he's got Purdue who's going to automatically say, I wouldn't have done it. He's got Purdue who's going to say, I'm automatically wouldn't have done it, and I'm endorsed by Trump. So he's not going to sign off on that because he knows that might be the tombstone he don't want for his election, which then gives Stacey Abrams an immediate entry into the governorship, which I would love, but I don't think Kemp would do it.
Well, we'll see. How can this be legal? I don't know. They got so many little things that they could come up with. They're not trying to take it. I wish somebody explained it to me today, but I still didn't get a grasp of what they were trying to say. That it's 4 and 4. It's 4 black legislators and it's 4 white. There's 3 representatives on the Democratic side, 3 on the Republican side, and then 1 senator each, Democrat and Republican. And that is 4 and 4. Edna Jackson, Carl Gilliard, and Derek Milo, and Senator Lester Jackson. That's the 4. And then on the other side, you got Jesse Petraea, whatever they call him, I don't know, Bill Hitchens and Ron Stevens and Ben Watson as the senator. That's the 4 Republicans. Now, if it's 4-4, then I heard some kind of way that they could take it to, they can put it to on the floor of the House and somebody else can pick it up. And then that means that they can have a vote on it. And that's the trick. See, if you read I should have downloaded that too. I read the whole 13 or 14 points in the resolution that they're trying to dissolve the city by. And it says giving the city to Chatham County, killing all lawsuits. That's one of the things I think they're trying to do, kill lawsuits. The city would take over, control the $40 million that we have in the bank, which is astronomical for a city this size. They have $40 million over. Usually it's about less than 10, but they got $40 million because they got some capital projects that they were supposed to be working on that I knew that I was going to get done had I been successful in my attempt. But they got what was I saying? I had a brain lapse.
They got a situation down there in Port Wentworth.
Oh, I know that.
He mad man. He mad man.
I was waiting on Robert to interrupt me again, but then I got. But those four people, and the 4 people here, if it goes to the governor, then we'll have to see. It goes to the House. Robert says that the governor never signed it. And
Anybody like
this video that are out, if you go to Only in Port Wentworth, you can see the 18-minute video. It's worse than this. One of the city council people went down there, and the ex council person who just lost got after her and went verbally attacking her. Linwood Griner. We got it on tape. He verbally attacking this council person at the meeting last night because she snuck in there because she heard about it and she went to videotape it. That's how we got the videotapes. So it was a secret Klan meeting. They put it on Facebook that it's secret, that it won't be announced. They'll tell you where it was meeting at, all that. We got all that. But these people are not looking at what is happening. They're looking at calling in a favor. They're looking at, but we're here to tell you, they cannot hold Pope Wentworth. So if you're counting on Pope Wentworth bill hitches, you can't get it. Because we're going to make sure you don't get Pope Wentworth. Because we coming hard. You're not going to get Pope Wentworth. So you're going to spend that little war chest you got. Yeah, I'm surprised none of y'all broke in, especially Robert.
Actually, we should begin. Everybody who watching, everybody now should write the CEO of International Paper to let them know that A, he lying, B, if you support it, what will happen, and C, we ain't with it. So write International Paper CEO. That's that done.
That's
I don't
right.
play. I don't play with the little people. I don't want to talk to the Savannah plant manager. Let's talk to the chief executive officer. Let's see who the HNIC is.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do for Gary Norton tomorrow. Is start calling International Paper and asking them what boat ramp y'all fixing for the racist part of the city, because they don't own the boat ramp. You got to come through the city council for that boat ramp. This city isn't dissolved yet, and we're hoping that it won't be. So he's calling International Paper, giving the people false hope again. All he did was sit there and lie to the people, telling them their taxes going to be raised. They only 1,200 people down there, and most of those are kids. There's some about 600 old racists. Not all of them are, but some of them are.
Right.
Yeah. And it's about 5% black down there.
But you know what? 5%. You know what I have learned about most Caucasians? They're sheep. They're just sheep. If you and that's how a lot of them wound up, on January 6th in the Capitol, because they're just sheep. You can just tell them anything, and they're just going to, oh my God, this is happening. Well, let me get my pitchfork. They don't even know what's happening. People can just tell them things and they don't research. Now, the running joke used to be, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Well, you can say the same thing about white people, because they don't do their research before they start saying, yeah, we don't want our taxes raised.
Yeah.
Do the research, people. Stop looking stupid so that y'all will stop going to jail, because half of these people that the previous president, encouraged to go into the Capitol, they had no idea why they were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
They were just being sheep.
And one of the things that we want to know is what's behind the rush to shut the city down. They're acting like it's a real rush, and we're hearing so many different things, because I hate to be lied to, especially by people that supposed to be representing us. You're saying that it might take 6 to 8 weeks.
Right.
See, it's two different things. They're saying one thing. That's what I was getting to that I forgot about. The 13 to 14 point resolution that they presented. They printed it in the paper for 3 days. the notice for 3 days, then they can bring it up amongst themselves to vote on, take it to the floor of the House. I don't know how the whole process is, but in it says that the whole city will be dissolved and given to Chatham County. Now he got on Fox News on one I had to show you, but I couldn't upload it either, saying that that's not what he's trying to do. He's trying to make two cities. He's trying to make this a city and that a city, so he has to dissolve this city. No, just let them get on and do what they're doing. You ain't got to dissolve this city. Let them make their own cities. Let them put a big white fence around it so nobody can come in and nobody can go out. Let them have that. Only thing open is the roads for trucks to go down.
Man, I ain't never, in my life, I'll be 60 years old this year. I have never heard no BS like this in my life.
Well, they're doing it right there in Atlanta also now.
You know,
they got it in Atlanta too, Bernard.
It's called Buckhead. It's called Buckhead.
Yeah. They ain't doing it in
Buckhead.
Marietta. I'm in Marietta. I stay from out there. I'm in Marietta.
Buckhead is trying to get theirs done, and they can't get it done. But is this about racism, money, ignorance, or what?
Well, this is personal. You know, this Port Wentworth thing is personal.
You're right.
Know? I mean, it for no other reason but the fact that, you know, we've always done it this way, and Black people have never. You remember that lady named, I think her name was Diane. She died of cancer, you know, but they gave her hell in Port Wentworth. She was on the council. She was the only Black person on the council. Y'all remember? Debbie.
No, when she died, it was 3 on the council. Her, Barbie, Mr. Barbie, and Mark Stevens.
No, but when she first started, it was only her.
Yeah.
And they used to do all kind of treacherous stuff to to her, you know.
Yeah.
But she stood her ground. You know, they were so blatantly racist to her, you know.
And the upskirt law, whole law was made because one of the people that started this, Pig Jones, he held the picture of somebody that somebody took in his phone for 2 years. He was the mayor at the time. He held the picture of somebody took the upskirt. It's called the upskirt law. They're responsible for the Georgia upskirt law right here in Port Wentworth. Yeah, Jesse, Ron Stevens, it's been dysfunctional for a while. But guess who was the dysfunction? The dysfunction was the people that you're trying to dissolve the city for. These idiots.
I know Ron ain't made no comment. He made a comment.
Ron Stevens said, you got to look it up. I'll send it to you.
I'm about to say, Ron, I'll move in your district and beat you behind.
This city is dysfunctional. That's what Ron Stevens said. But he got a challenger.
He don't want me to move there and take his seat.
He has a challenger. That was supposed to show up tonight, but we'll have him on after a while. Ron Stevens has a challenger. Bill Hitchens has a challenger. All of them has a challenger. So we'll see.
Have they replaced the city manager down there yet?
Yes, ma'am. We have.
Awesome guy. Yes. Praise God.
Okay. What do they have, like a assistant city manager?
Not yet. I think that was one of the things we were trying to tell Ed Booth that he should do. See, they had Ed Booth school. Ed Booth is the ex-city manager. They had him spook saying that the city council was going to replace him with me. Now, I can't even work for the city right now. I can't because of what's the laws? Nepotism.
It's a stupid law. It's a dumb law.
Nepotism. I can't. My daughter's on the council, so I can't work for the city. So I know this. But we were feeding him information at one time to see whether he'd tell it to somebody, and he was. We were telling him that they were telling him to give Julius a job. We knew that I couldn't because we wanted to see what he'd go and tell. So next thing you know, 2 days later, it appears on the racist Facebook page. So we knew where our leak was. So we started getting more erroneous stuff that he could report to them.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah, you know. So we already knew what the deal was. We was giving them information. Ain't nobody stupid no more. I knew I was
Right.
dealing with some backwoods clowns.
Wow.
That's what I was dealing with, some backwoods clowns. They could never win another race out here, so they have to dissolve the city. They know that they could never win another race out here. That's the other reason why they're dissolving it. They could never win another race out here ever.
But but check this out. Look at what the karma of slavery has caused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know,
They're gonna get me now.
if they would pay me right, I would come down there and help. But
Amen.
you know,
Don't worry. They ain't listen here. It's gonna work out in God's favor. I can guarantee you that, because at the end of the day, you cannot get mad. If you that mad about your sorry strategies, then why don't you get your A game up and come back for the next game? Because right now you losing and you're gonna continue to lose.
Yeah, they can't never win another race out here. They don't have the numbers.
At the end of the day, what's going on now is no turning back. He probably won't never be a mayor again. It's like it's for scratch now. It will never happen again, ever again, because it's too many black people in Port Wentworth now. So now the bottom line is, okay, it's a new Port Wentworth now. It's a new Port Wentworth now. So now you go, okay, moving forward. So if the mayor say he quit, okay, then now if he quit, y'all ain't got no mayor. He done quit.
Well, the mayor pro tem would become the mayor, but he hasn't officially quit yet. But he needs to send his resignation in.
That's what stop leaving. I mean, stop making the place in turmoil. You know, stop having the place in turmoil. If you want to leave, I mean, you ain't got to slam the door and throw paper up in the air and all this. All you got to do is politely leave. You know, that's what a gentleman does. You know, I hate to tell y'all, you know.
But the Klan wants to make a scene.
Oh,
that's what it is.
You know,
they're trying to show us
that meeting looked like a Klan meeting, but nobody.
Oh, you got it too. Yeah. You understood it too. The only thing that was missing were the robes and the burning cross.
That's all.
The white sheet.
That's all it was. That was the 2022 version.
Yeah. Go the only
Come on, modernization.
Go to only in Port Wentworth and look at the other videos that's posted.
Yeah.
There ain't even nothing there. they just went off that night. You had one drunk lady talking about why y'all won't get out of our city or some whatever she was saying.
I said it. Basically, why don't you get out the Native Americans' country?
Yeah.
Europe needed some more people.
Robert, you putting up the comments, Robert?
You know,
yeah, I got them up. Yeah.
Because you know what? That's the hypocritical part. Because see, while they're talking about Putin, you know, they can't really talk about Putin and all of the other dictators, because then they would have to go back to themselves and talk about how they treat their people and how they've killed. I mean, they committed genocide of the Indians and of the Africans. I mean, every place that Caucasians have gone throughout history has been pillaged, and the people have never been the same. So, you know, we can't talk about one without talking about the other. What have you done? You know, and that's the reason why they don't want real history being discussed in the schools, you know, because it would make their children feel uncomfortable to know the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
And they come home, and you know, kids come home and they gonna come and ask questions. And they don't want their kids to come home asking those questions because they ain't got no answer. But if they tell their kids the truth, the Indian, the black folks, and Christopher Columbus stole it.
Well, we
Exactly.
got about 16 minutes of 15
Yep.
minutes, 15 minutes left. And time flies when you're talking about something great, not great, but something interesting and something that's an injustice. And somebody wanted to know how can they have not paid the bills in 6 months? They haven't paid the bill in 6 months because you had incompetency at City Hall. All they were trying to do was say, Bob, you got that there? Bill, you got that? Hey, Jason, you know, they were the most unprofessional group I ever seen in my life. They were the City Hall was in a trailer 2-3 years ago. A trailer, double wide trailer. City Hall. I caught the mayor walking out of where I went to pay my water bill one day before they got the online services because you had to go pay it or mail it in. So before they got it online. And I said, Mr. Mayor, I said, this same man, I said, who I helped get elected. I helped get him elected now because he was the lesser of two evils back then. The other one that y'all first saw speaking was the mayor then. He was running against Holbrook, which is another clown. So I told him I caught him coming out of his office. I was in City Hall. His office right there as I was paying my water bill. I walked around. He coming out of his office. That's how close it was in a double wide trailer. So I told him, I said, Mr. Mayor, if you don't get a new City Hall in this building, if you don't get rid of this building, get a new City Hall and build one, I said, I am going to run against you. I promise you on everything I love, this is what I told him. I said, I will be running against you if you don't get rid of this City Hall. I said, this is a trailer. Oh, yeah, we going to look into it. I said, okay, you got somebody running against you. I said, I helped elect you. I walked out. And about 18 months later, we had a new build. They brought the new building at the end. Not a new site. It wasn't a new building, it was a bank building. But
Drew, so you got the mayor of Port Wentworth. You help him win, okay? You got Van Johnson of Savannah, and you help him win.
Hey, you better your contract. Bernard, be careful. Your contract can get cut.
I'm just asking.
Bernard, Bernard,
you my boy. I'm just
Bernard, Aloysius America Brown.
You my boy. I'm just asking. That's all.
It's called learning.
Right?
It's called learning experiences.
True.
We all run into errors.
I know it. Hey, now you got to take them down.
But one thing that we wanted to tell everybody: not one black showed up for that secret meeting that the mayor had, and you had former council members attacking current council members verbally, and it's on video. And we also know that the mayor is trying to do this so that his buddy. They're trying to do a lot of illegal stuff. The illegal stuff that they're trying to do with giving Jody Hawks, who's the town racist and the town clown, a contract that he's not even worthy of, worth $1 million. Trying to give him a contract to be the tourism. How the hell you gonna let a racist be your tourism president? They should be thrown out of office just for that.
JB would say to keep the ninjas out.
I know it.
You ain't get it yet.
That's correct.
Ain't no Paula Dean here.
Well, we need all the elected officials of Chatham County. If you to tag somebody, tag the elected officials, tag Stacey Abrams, tag Ossoff, tag Warnock. Their butts need to be on top of this. If they're not, I can guarantee you Port Wentworth won't be voting for them. And I'm going to be on the corners holding somebody else's signs if they don't address this issue. And I promise you that. And any elected official who ain't calling the mayor pro tem, any elected official who ain't calling this city manager to give them their support and tell them that they don't want this to happen, we're going to be against you too. Hey, y'all know I'm not no kingmaker, but I am a change agent. So try me. I'm telling you now. When I go to asking them whether anybody call you and they don't call your name, you better make a call and act like you want to help.
But or write the CEO of International Paper, because that SOB need to be fired.
Oh yeah,
He
we
need to
need.
go home.
We need
You so mild that let's send you home without a check. Let's see how that feel. Then you know the plight of black folks.
What can the citizens of Chatham County do to help? You can call, like Robert just said. Ivan calling you something else.
You gotta love Ivan. I saw that picture of Ivan with Julius Bernard. See, Bernard was nice enough to take a picture with Ivan.
I took a picture with all of them.
Man.
We had a show.
Well, I saw your pictures. I ain't gonna announce no names.
Yeah, me and Robert had a show. We couldn't make it, and then I had a funeral or something after that.
Yeah.
But you can call your representatives. You can call International Paper and tell them what the Gary Norton said about them gonna build a boat dock without anybody knowing about it on the council. We want them to come build a boat dock. Come on, do it. That save the city money.
Yeah, all of us
But it
gonna
ain't
have a cookout. We're
gonna be just
gonna
for
have a cookout.
downtown people. He was telling them that once they cut off from the city, International Paper gonna come in and build that boat dock.
Live.
Yeah, he probably was telling the truth. You know, they probably, Yeah.
Let them build a dock. Let them build a dock. We're gonna have a weeping time cookout on the dock.
So you can call and email your representatives. You can call and email them. You can support candidates running against these violators, Ron Stevens, Bill Hitchens, and anybody else that signs on, John Byrne, anybody else that signs on to these this petition. You can vote. That's your number one duty. You should be voting. Or you can give a donation to these candidates so that they can put the necessary help in place to defeat these violators.
Yeah.
The mayor and council, Pig Jones, they announced that they quit. So we would like for them to tender their resignations immediately. One thing that I want to ask y'all, we got a few minutes left. We got 5-6 minutes left. Did Donald Trump cause and create this culture that we're seeing now all across the country?
Yeah, he played a big part of it. This right here is basically the piggyback of what he did. So you talking if he wasn't, I think if he wouldn't never been president, you wouldn't have never seen all these backdoor people coming out because they would have been afraid. Now they just searching. They were so searching bad for a leader, for a nut. And he said everything, the right thing, that racist. He said everything that they wanted him to say, and so he followed them. But my thing is this, Drew, if you become what was going to happen, if you became mayor of Point Wentworth, those 1,200 people would have got up and left Point Wentworth.
All of a sudden, the moving truck phone.
Yeah, they're gonna go to Bryan County.
Hey, if you look at it.
They could have gone to Scranton County,
especially around there on Landale Road. I would certainly send the moving truck. He think he's relevant, but he's the most irrelevant person in there. I see everything he write. I don't even comment anymore. What happens to those employees if the city is dissolved? You lose the police officers have no problem because they can be integrated into the county and the sheriff's department and the Savannah Police Department because all of them are short-handed. Right. We only have 47 police officers here, so they all can get. We got 47 police officers, and only 4 of them are black. We got in a city that's over 50% black, but the police department is only 10% black. So you do the math. They try to hold things back. And it's not, like I said, keep saying it's not about race, but it is about race because we're going to bring it up here because that's what we do. This is a black media outlet. This is what we do. We give the reporting on a fair and equal basis. Anybody can look at it and see. We're just trying to level the playing field, and that's what we're going to do until God takes the breath out of our bodies.
So if Point Wentworth become a part of Chatham County, so that means Van Johnson would be the mayor of Point Wentworth?
No, Chester will take it. So look at Athens, Clark County. Athens, Clark County, where Tiffany's running, is a consolidated government. So Athens is the seat of Clark County. But when you talk about Athens, Clark County, the commission then becomes the oversight. So in that regard, it would be Savannah, Chatham County. Chester would take oversight.
Correct.
Oh, Jewish cousin.
I ain't in that. I ain't in that conversation.
Where he at? That's your coach.
I know it.
Right. He's so smart.
That's my cousin and your coach.
I know
I'm sure he might be watching tonight.
Yeah.
Right. So he's so smart.
To give a statement in support of these people out here, because you cannot let the believe me, what's about to happen is going to be all over the news anyway. You're going to let the outsiders come and upskirt you, because they're coming. They already called and told me they're coming. So they're coming down here from Atlanta and from everywhere else. They're coming. Yeah. So you'll see it in the next 7 days or so. We're going to see what happens. Don't let these people come from all over and protest in your own backyard. So y'all need to make your mind, get ready to do what needs to be done for the citizens of this city. We can't let this happen. We got to be vigilant. Yeah. Call your representative. Tell them you don't want this to happen. Tell them what the repercussions is if they do it, and email them, text them, and then get on somebody's campaign who's running against them, because they're not going to listen to you, because they don't value your vote anyway. So get involved and get engaged. Anybody want Ron Stevens' phone number? His phone number is 912-596-1998. I think that's it right there. Ron Stevens.
596-1998.
Yeah, that's it right there.
All right.
Y'all can call him. Call his number. And tell him how disappointed you are in what he's doing. You can email him at rstevens at somewhere at the
put it on the thing on the
I don't have it. We're gonna put it all out tomorrow. Y'all look at my Facebook page. I'm gonna put all the information out. Call all of them. I want you to call the county commission chair also and tell him. I want you to call everybody who should have a voice in this and tell them how you feel. Call your state, local representatives and tell them how you feel about it. So we can get some action on this, because see, we don't want them to think that there is no government here. Mm-hmm. That's what they were trying to do, scare us long enough so that you won't act. Then they'll say, well, they got the power, but they never did anything. So they could have did what they wanted to do. There you go. Councilman Bobby said, I do not want Port Wentworth to be dissolved. We have a viable city of the downtown area. Would stop looking at the north side as an enemy. It's time to actually become a city where we unite. To Mayor Norton and Councilman Jones, stop what? You took it
Stop dividing us.
Stop dividing us, and that's good. That's the Mayor Pro Tem of Port Wentworth right there. They are doing a good job filling in and trying to pay the bills that the city hadn't paid a light bill in 6 months.
Wow.
The city hadn't paid the bills to keep the internet and everything on for 4 months.
If I may add this, Julius, what was disappointing to me a few weeks ago where I watched City Council is how disrespectful the white people were to Mayor Pro Tem Barbie. Yeah. And the only reason they were disrespectful to Mayor Pro Tem Thomas Barbie was because of his race. That's correct. At the end of the day, I will put everything I own and love on this bet that Thomas Barbie can lead that city better than your current mayor.
That is absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, did he take the high road? Because
he did, and he always does.
Yeah, the high road. Because he's a good man.
Boy,
they try to make him out a monster, but everything they try to make him out a monster, but everything that he does, he tries to make. He does for the betterment of the city. Yeah. They're trying to say that he caused the harassment of the city environment for workplace harassment, but all he was doing was going and telling the city manager, hey, we need to do this. Hey, we need to do this. The city manager showed that he's incompetent because he had nobody to replace those people when they walked out. You know, so that Barbie was doing exactly what he was supposed to do. Tell his mayor, hey, we need help. You know, you ain't got but 7 people and you need 14 at least. Hire some people. You know, he was so scared that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Anyway, y'all keep an eye on this and y'all stay vigilant and prayerful. Robert, go help Shantae.
You're gonna be
please.
all right.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all on tomorrow with Mona Lisa Monroe at 10 o'clock in the morning. We got Taking the Journey together at 6 p.m. We got 2 therapists in the microphone at 7:30, and we got the Ebony Sports Reporters at 8:30. Y'all tune in at Ebony Sports Reporters because it's better than ESPN. Jamal Torre, he's our Stephen A. without a voice. He's our Stephen A. without a voice. And he went to Evans V. Jenkins High School, the school that nobody wants to talk about. And, so me and Bernard Wolverines, we're going to beat the hell out of those other people. Anyway, good night, people.
All right.
Especially those nights. We're going to beat them today.
Y'all losers.
Bye, Sean.
Happy birthday, Eric Curry, my nephew, 34 years old today.
Y'all
Bye, y'all.
share. We need help in Port Wentworth. Share. Put a spotlight on it.
Yes, sir.
I like that.